I told us by the weekend, I wished us a beautiful weekend. And I told us by the weekend that I'm going to see us this new week. And of course, by the special grace of the Almighty God, not by my might, not by my strength, I am seeing you again today. Today is Money Making Monday on #trending, brought to you by Spectrum Television from Akwa Ibom State, of course, the state capital, Oyo. My name is Ofonono Joseph, and this is me wholeheartedly welcoming you to this new week, welcoming you to more grace, more strength, and most especially welcoming you to #trending. Of course, how will you know what is popping, what's happening? Okay, popping could be a slang, right? Welcome to #trending. Well, this week we have a lot, and a lot has been happening lately in Edo State, Nigeria, as we see VDM, I could say, trying to trail the vehicle of kidnappers. He was traveling, so he was alerted that on the road that he's flying, that armed robbery is taking place and kidnapping. So he was like, why? Let's go, let's go. While some persons were actually turning their vehicles back, reversing to go back. I don't want to die. He was like, let's go, let's forge ahead. Go, 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 go. Because he was in an entourage with some police officials. So they blew the siren and they were moving forward until they got to the scene and the kidnappers had fled. So they just helped the person that was shot, the driver that was shot, and the passengers that were in the bus. There was nobody there because it is alerted that the kidnappers had ordered those people in the bus, the passengers in the bus, maybe into the bush, or they went with the passengers and shot the driver. So let's see the video of VDM forging ahead to maybe try to catch up with kidnappers or something, and of course rescuing the victim of kidnap and robbery.
Hey, they come. They press her. See them up front. See them up front. Drop him! Don't fear them! You don't have today. Hey, let's take them again! Again! Hey, drop him again! Go, guy! Carry this guy! Leave this switch off! I'll put your phone, guy! Carry this guy for me! Carry on for me. Come. Put down. What's going on around there?
All right, so I'm on my way to the hospital where we rushed one of the victims of kidnapping that was shot and left for dead by the road on our way from Auchi through the Akure Road after Afuze. So I'm on my way to go and see how he's doing. But this lady on my screen, they are students of Auchi Polytechnic. They are part of the people that the kidnappers took into the bush. Yesterday, they took a lot of people in the bush, the people in the Afemai bus. So the bus was parked on the road. They had already moved everybody out. So that guy, they shot him. And thank God, they said he's doing well now. So I'm going to check up on him. So first things first, I'm calling on the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetoku. I'm also calling on the Chief of Army Staff, Oluyede Olufemi. And I'm calling on the Chief of Defense Staff. Please, I beg you people, deploy your men to go into those bushes. There are Nigerians in those bushes that have been taken away by armed kidnappers. please send your boys. They've not gone far. They've not gone far. It's still very fresh. Those people are...
By the special grace of God, the victim that has been rescued is in the hospital and he is alive. So VDM is calling out on all security personnel to do something about it, to rescue the rest that they were unable to see. So let's see people's reaction to this video. Olado Kun Elisha says, this silence from the people in power is insane. If it was their family on that bus, we would see helicopters in the sky by now. Every life should matter the same. All right, another reaction. The Jedi Master says, it is unheard of in modern societies. There should have been at least 2 helicopters in the air tracking them. That's what you get when you have the least intelligence leading the populace. Any incompetent security head should be fired immediately. Okay, maybe not in my country, maybe not, in my country, Nigeria. Kelvin King says, this set of leaders only care for us when it's time to vote for them. If you like, sell your vote next election and come here to complain about them. See what's going on in this country now. It's not funny at all. Yeah, nothing like this is funny. I don't know why we're hearing of news like this, persistently coming from those states. We hope that the security personnel, as VDM have called out, to do something about it, because those persons that the kidnappers took with them, that people's husbands, wives, family members. So we want to hear that the security personnel in Nigeria have, of course, gone round to search and make sure that they have abducted the kidnappers, taken them and rescued the victims that have been kidnapped. We move on to Anambra State, where we told you earlier about a female assaulted NYSC corps member, and now the people came out to say that the family was hiding her and they do not want to bring her to the public glare. But now the lady has come out to say, I am going to narrate my story. I'll tell people what really happened. Why those vigilantes, Agune Temba, in Anambra State, why they, beat me so hard and stripped me naked. So let's listen to the assaulted NYSC corps member as she narrates her story.
23rd of July. 2025. I was at my corpers lodge with my co-corpers, as you can see. So we started hearing knock on the door, which we thought it was our neighbor's door because it was a 3-story building. It was not until the knock became persistent and more aggressive, that was when I decided to come out and check who was at the door. But even before I got to the door was kicked in. And on the other side of the door was a masked man, no uniform, no form of identity. He was covering his face and he was with a gun. At first I was afraid because I thought it was an armed robber. It was not until he started ordering us to come out from the room, that everybody in the room should come outside. That was when I was like, all of us in this room are coppers. Even if you are on a raid or whatever, all of us in the room are coppers. My colleagues heard my voice outside and they all came out, and they even came with their ID cards and everything. Even these people barged into the house, ignoring the ID card that we were showing them and all that. They barged in. Even when we were showing them our uniforms, our ID cards, everything, they ignored everything totally. Collected our devices, our phones, our laptops that we were charging. They collected everything and forced us downstairs that we must follow.
How they would tag much money. 10,000 naira they check to them to say, take for transport, ensure you don't discuss this with anybody, let the matter go, forget about it. This is a good example. NYC coordinator called saying that why are you going on with the matter and all of that. So it's very sad. So there was no form of compensation, and I like the fact that he understands that indeed they were supposed to compensate. And as legal representative, we're not just going to ensure that these persons are prosecuted to the full extent of the law, but the compensations due, proper substantial compensations due. What happened to these coppers, these young children, is unbearable. What happened to them was unbearable, was unquantifiable. But as legal representatives, we'll try to round it up in figures, and that figure they will pay. Yeah.
An incident like this, a horrific one, occurred, and the LGI, local government inspector of the said NYC corps members that are victims, reported the incident to the LGI, and the LGI insisted that they killed the matter. Take this 10,000 naira for your transport fare. All of you, just go back. Do not escalate it. Keep quiet. Just take it like nothing happened. And you, this lady that you were saying they stripped you, they beat you and stripped you. Some of you end up marrying husbands that beat their wives. And who knows if you end up... What is happening in Nigeria? If you had listened to that lady narrating the story, what's going on? An incident like that happened and it was reported to a higher authority, and that was the response. Well, we want to see justice take place in Nigeria. We can't keep on, committing fraudulent activities here and there, crimes, and sweep it under the carpet as if nothing is happening. But if these things were to happen to some, top politicians' children, oh my God, Nigeria will be on their toes. This is not fair. The law really has to take its course. Let's see. What are people saying? AK Adeshino says, I saw the video of this incident and way worse than the Ibom girl, just that it was blurred. This is very traumatizing. I can only hope that she gets justice, which doesn't end with just compensation. I mean, those men need to spend some time in prison. Now, why I fear state police? Okay, that's from Adeshino. Ikeme Funa says, if these young, impressionable, and patriotic Nigerian corps members fail to get substantial justice, their faith in this country and its system, which allowed such brazen display of dehumanizing violence against them, will be shattered. All right. Vivian says, compensate what, please? Those idiots should rot in jail. No one is talking about going to court. The family of that lady in question must not let this case slide. There must be consequences. Well, that's all we want to see. That is all we want to see. We want justice. And of course, to those so-called security personnel, vigilantes, we really want them to be punished accordingly, according to the law, and not just they've been arrested, they're in the police custody, and that's it. Everyone forgets about it. We want them to be punished, and of course, the young lady to be duly compensated, and all other corps members that are involved. Like I said earlier, I don't know what's happening in Edo State. Well, another Nigerian lady has come out to say, hey, what is happening? Because the economy is already biting. Things are so hard. You feel like you're suffocating in yourself, in your apartment, in your house, in your country. Can you even beat that? And somebody is raising your house rent from 250,000 naira to 350,000 naira. And barely how many months or years you're hearing that your house rent is raised from 350,000 naira to 700,000 naira for a young lady, and she should start payment by Ember, that's September, or she should pack out. She's supposed to pay that money before the end of this year, 2025, and she said she just got back home and received, saw the notice. What is going on? Please, let's listen to the lady decrying the high level of house rent increment.
Everybody, because I still take care of my dad. I love my dad very much, and I still take care of my mom. But I've cut off my siblings, and I've cut off every other person. Just my dad and my mom. That is all that is left. And I'm going to give you a very good example.
Okay, I agree.
Don't need to go to a private now.
Yes, sir, I agree. But in my sister's case, I am putting my sister as Dangote's child, because if Dangote pikin no carry am for here.
No, not also.
No, Dangote will not bring his child here. They will fly.
So at this point, can we all drag landlords? Because see, this morning I just saw this at my domot. Mind you, I know the house. I just come back to say this thing dey for the person don't throw am for there. Now I open it to check. I see say like lawyer send me paper from my landlord say house rent from 350,000 to 700, and I'm to pay this money from now to December. Like I need to find 700K to pay him by December, and if I cannot afford it, I should leave the house. Mind you, our house rent was 280. He increased it to 350. We started paying 350. We didn't complain. Okay, now 700,000. Guys, I have to pay money for 2 years in 1 year, and I have to provide that money from now to December in this small Edo state. Now, what is the reason for this increment? They write to the landlord, you know, they reply, we go just do that in UK, there they put money. We don't know something for Nigeria. Like, we go through a lot for this country. We want 700K pay from March to December. Where? If not for the fact that the Nigerian system is not working, but I cannot afford it, I should leave the house. Mind you, our house rent was 280. He increased it to 350. We started paying 350. We didn't complain. Okay, now 700,000. Guys, I have to pay money for 2 years in 1 year, and I have to provide that money from now to December in this small Edo state. Now, what is the reason for this increment? They write to the landlord, you know, they reply, we go just do that in UK, there they put money. We don't know something for Nigeria. Like, they go through a lot.
Did you see that? With the way things are high, with the way people are getting so overwhelmed with the high cost of living in Nigeria. And imagine such amount of increment within how many months? Okay, let us see people's comments. What are people saying online? Ebony Beauty Page says, are you even sure it's the landlord that's increasing it? Some lawyers, they overdo. All right. Ada Zion Agu says, Chai, this kind of thing is getting much. Honestly, the money added is too much. Fabulous Creative says, my dear, this matter, my only prayer, and I may God bless me. Oh, I want my own house. Ike Agugom. Okay, I hope I got that right. That should be Igbo. That should be Igbo. I hope I got it right. Ike Agugom. Well, with the way that landlords and landladies are increasing house rent now, it is so alarming. I don't even want to talk about, you know, what people are calling me to tell me about this. It's so alarming and it's not fair. So I don't know if there's nobody that's guiding this landladies and landlords. Is there nobody, no company, no establishment that's guiding the way they should increase? You know, people will say, is it not my house? Were you the one I built it? Boy, it's a lot. It's too much. Like the lady said, you're sitting abroad and increasing house rent. It's not that easy here in Nigeria. So please, maybe the government or the body involved should look into regulating how landlords and landladies should increase house rents for people. Anyhow, in a twinkle of an eye, you turn your body anytime they want to, they do it. It's not fair. We're all struggling in Nigeria. God will help us. Okay, let's move over to another very trending issue here. A Nigerian lady in the diaspora has come out to narrate why she cut off her family members, because she termed it that they're extorting money from her so much, and she had to cut off every relationship with all her siblings except for her dad and her mom. But extended family members and her siblings, she has nothing to do with them. Let's listen to what she has to say. How a lady narrates why she cut off her family members.
Fully cut off parts of their family. Not everybody, because I still take care of my dad. I love my dad very much, and I still take care of my mom. But I've cut off my siblings, and I've cut off every other person. Just my dad and my mom. That is all that is left. And I'm going to give you a very good example why this happened. May of this year, my brother was arrested by RRS. Now, if you're in Nigeria, you know what RRS is. I think they're the new SARS or something. I don't know. I left before they even came into existence. So he was arrested by RRS. It was a very serious case. I spent over 4 million naira to get him out of RRS custody, to make sure he doesn't go to prison. He didn't do anything serious. What happened was that somebody stole a phone and sold it to him. The person that owned the phone was brutally assaulted. It was like a criminal offense or something. Anyway, that's by the way. So when he came out, along the line, some of my cousins also got arrested because they were hanging around my brother. So when the RRS officials came, you know, Nigerian thing, and they packed everybody. So when those my cousins spent extra money to bail themselves, it was a whole situation, right? So when they came out, I told my brother, you know what you should do? Apologize to my cousins, our cousins, because imagine being innocent and simply because.
Do you have such experience in your family, or do you have a black sheep? I used to hear that in every 12, there must be a Judah. So do you have, you know, one black sheep in your family, the one that's always dragging the feet of the family outside? Because that's what this lady is experiencing in Europe. And she has said, I don't have any relationship with them. I have nothing to do. I've spent a lot of money. These guys are extorting me and I'm done. I'm just going to focus on my mom and my dad. What do you have to say? Let's see. What are people saying about this? Do they have such experience? Peter Emamo K. Gray says, if everybody puts their problem for table, make we exchange. You go rush carry your own back. Family palaver day everywhere. All right, thought as much. Ruth Nyeme Ibrahim, Omo, na person where they sweat, they give family support, go understand her pain, gone. We ought to appreciate those that are supporting us financially. Not easy at all. It's well. I say it's well too. Ugochukwu Nwadike says, buying a stolen property is a serious case, especially when the person who stole the phone has not been found. If the person who stole the phone is found and found guilty in court, the sentence of the person who bought the phone will be higher than the sentence of the person who stole the phone. Not a serious case. Una spend more than 6 million in total. All right, imagine the amount of money that the lady said she spent, she and her cousins spent, and the siblings keep on extorting money from. This is not fair. Let our siblings do better. Let our family members do better. If God has blessed somebody in the family to be outstanding, to be a shining light, to shed other people, let's not misuse the privilege and the opportunity to start extorting money from that person and try to render the person useless. God will help us. Okay, let's swiftly move over to the word of the day. What's the word of the day today? Monday. The word of the day is undulant. Undulant. What does it mean? Undulant describes things that rise and fall in waves, or things that have a wavy form, outline, or surface. How is it used in a sentence? Example of undulant is, the exhibit featured a painting with beautiful green strokes that resembled undulant hills. Okay, that's the word that we have for today, undulant. All right, what are we talking about? We're talking about Monday. Today is Money Making Monday on #trending, and we will not fail to trigger you, to motivate you, to keep you on the line, to carry you through this week with some sweet motivational quotes to, help you make money, because, money speaks louder these days. All right, this is the Money Making Monday quotes that we have for you today. Small daily improvement over time lead to stunning results. Small daily improvement over time leads to stunning result. And this is coming from Robin Sharma. This quote is coming from Robin Sharma. Small daily improvement over time leads to stunning result. Did you hear that? So do your thing gradually, little by little, drop by drop. The drum is full, right? So little by little, you will just see the result, and you will be stunned at what you will see. Keep on moving. Keep on doing what you know how to do, and the result will get you flabbergasted. This is all the package I've got for you today on #trending. My name is Ofenona Joseph, but if you call me OJ, we're gonna be friends forever. Thank you for doing this with me. I'ma see you tomorrow. Enjoy your Monday and stay safe always.